Welcome to the Ocean Star Museum. I'm Keith, and I'm a landman.
And I'm Lynn, and I'm also a landman. As you can see, you don't have to be a man to be a landman.
In your trip around the museum, you've learned how the offshore oil and gas industry works: geology, seismic, drilling, and production.
One area you haven't heard about yet is the land profession.
Landmen are the business end of the oil and gas industry. They do the deals that make things happen. An oil and gas company's land professionals interact with most of the other disciplines in the industry:
Geology and geophysics,
accounting and administration,
legal, business development, and mergers and acquisitions,
regulatory, and permitting.
Speaking of, land also works with our government, such as the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management.
All of which happens onshore as well. So what's the difference?
You mean besides the obvious, that the onshore rig is sitting on dry land?
Yeah, besides that, ownership issues, for instance.
An onshore lease may have one mineral fee owner, but more than likely has a slew of mineral fee owners. An oil and gas company like, say, Chevron or McMoran would have to lease all of the mineral owners to have 100% control over the operations of the lease, and then have to deal with the surface owners for damages or access.
Offshore, however, a lease has only one mineral owner, the federal or state government. Offshore blocks are leased to companies like ExxonMobil or Apache at a lease sale through a sealed bid process. If your company bids on a block, and your bid is higher than others and accepted by the government, you become the new leasehold owner for the block you bid on. Should you want a partner, you can bid jointly with the partner, or you can find one later. Under both scenarios, the partners sign a joint operating agreement that will govern future operations on the lease.
There are also different issues when it comes to drilling. Onshore landmen worry about pooling, unitization, and mineral rights, issues that affect who profits from and who pays for a well.
Not the offshore guys, though. Their drilling issues, generally speaking, are significantly higher cost and focused around changing partnerships, changing regulations, and permitting challenges.
Every well drilled offshore, whether on the shelf, deep shelf, or deep water, provides opportunities where we discover new factors like new technology, higher risk economics, and unique commercial issues to bear in mind.
So let's review. What does the land professional do?
They facilitate the company's business in order to advance the company's interest. Energy companies exist to discover, develop, and produce hydrocarbons. You have to own the rights to the resource to do that, and that's what we provide. There's very little the land professionals don't do, from lease to release. To start with, land gets the company the lease at OCS or state lease sales. If a partner is needed, land finds another company that wants to work in the area and negotiates and drafts the joint operating agreement.
Land also gets involved in the regulatory and permitting process as needed.
Let's not forget all those agreements, from the OCS lease form to the joint operating agreement if you have a partner, from farm outs to production handling agreements, from confidentiality agreements to area of mutual interest agreements. If land doesn't actually produce them, they're closely involved.
Exploring for oil and gas is, well, let's face it, it's pretty cool.
Especially when you actually find production, which is something else land is involved with: exploration, development, production. All stages of a well's and a property's life, including the plugging and abandonment process when a field is depleted. The land department isn't just landmen, though. The landmen have an impressive array of colleagues in the land department.
Land and lease analysts review leases, contracts, title opinions, and division orders to establish ownership in each lease and well. They also set up contracts, maintain leases, and monitor lease and contractual obligations.
Title analysts analyze oil and gas agreements and property title documents, and set up and maintain royalty and working interest ownership records. Division order analysts are responsible for the proper distribution of revenues from oil and gas production or other mineral deposits.
So that's pretty much it. That's land.
From lease to release, land plays an important role. It's an integral part that helps keep the company moving. exploring, producing, and developing.
We hope you enjoy the rest of the museum.
On behalf of the Ocean Star Museum and the OCS Advisory Board, thanks for visiting with us.
See ya.
See ya.